Hello, everyone. I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. This video is for fire signs. So if you are a sun in Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, you're in the right place. So fire signs, we're going to take a look at what's up with you for the month of January 2020. We are in Capricorn season, and that will take us through the first 3 weeks of January, and the final week of January will be Aquarius season. And Capricorn is ruled by Earth, which is actually really great for fire because it's super stabilizing. It's a good energy for fire signs. Capricorn season, and we just came out of Sagittarius season, which you were really in your element, fire signs, because Sag is fire. So let's take a look at what's in store for you for January. And I would also recommend you check your moon and your rising sign as well. If all three of those, or if all of those are in fire, if your sun, your moon, and your rising are all in fire, you are in the right place for real. All right, fire signs, let's look at your January 2020. So your first card of the new year is Strength. Then we have the Seven of Swords, moving into the Seven of Pentacles, into Death, into the Wheel of Fortune, into the Eight of Cups, into the Hermit, and finishing off the month with the Knight of Cups. Okay, fire signs. Your first card of the year is Strength. So I feel like you're going to be coming off of a really good wave from December. I feel like the beginning of the month is going to be really strong for you fire signs. And you're going to be really feeling really feeling yourself actually, and feeling really in alignment and really in the vibe. And I think you're going to see how resilient and resourceful you are. And I think you're also, the Lion and the Strength card is really telling me that you're gonna be taking a lot of pride in yourself the first couple of days of January. So coming into this new year really strong, feeling really good about yourself. Also bringing up some things that I think accomplishments and things like that from 2019 that I think you're going to feel really good switching into 2020. And that's the beginning of the month, the first couple of days of the month. And then for the end of the first week of January 2020, we have the Seven of Swords. So what's interesting is your last card, fire signs, from December was the Seven of Swords. So now that it's showing up again here at the end of the first week, it's kind of like Strength is sandwiched in between these two Seven of Swords cards. So I feel like you might have some challenges that are coming up for you in the end of the first week of December, fire signs. But I feel like it's things that you've carried over from 2019, and they haven't gone anywhere. So things that you need to handle, things that you need to deal with, things that need your attention. By the end of the first week of January, the universe is saying really let's wrap these things up and get the momentum moving into 2020. So, like, you have a little bit of a reprieve into the first week of January. I'm hearing fire signs to, like, take care of your business, but really it needs to be wrapped up by the end of the first week of January. So the second week, you start off with the Seven of Pentacles, or coins, whichever you prefer. And I feel like you might feel a little bit overwhelmed with work and things. So I think it makes sense that right before you have that Seven of Swords telling you to take care of things, because there is a lot of things that are going to show up that you weren't expecting, which are good. I'm seeing them as good things. Like, this is like a lot of work or things that are going to produce for you. You just need the time and the space to be able to do them, or you would like to be able to say yes, but you need to just really make sure that you're not backed up in other ways. So really listen to that Seven of Swords at the end of the first week, right before the Seven of Pentacles, to really make some space, make sure that you have taken care of things that you've been putting off, because by the beginning of that second week of January, fire signs, it looks like you're going to be really busy. So and by the end of the second week, we have the Death card waiting for you, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo, which is a great transition coming for you at the end of the second week. Some sort of big change is coming. It could be a change in the way of being, like really what you've just come through, kind of seeing how you might need to reorganize or change things in your life. And this could also be something like unforeseen, that's just throws some really big change your way, fire signs. So look for that coming in the end of the second week of January. But it really is, it's like a letting go of things. It's a shedding of something, so that you can move into a more open space. I'm hearing, fire signs, so you can really like kind of let go of some things from the past, and really transition them so they're not interfering with you any longer, into 2020. So still wrapping some things up, I'm hearing, and really pushing for that change the end of the second week of January, fire signs. Because then for the beginning of the third week, we have, also I want to say, before I get into the Wheel of Fortune here, fire signs, that we have a full moon on the 10th of January, and it's a full moon in Cancer. So this is going to be right around that Death card time. So Cancer is a water sign. It's very emotional. So this could be things, the full moon could be bringing up some patterns or some programs or some old ways, that you process things emotionally, that it's just time for these things to transition and move on, and for a new opening, a new clearing to come through, like I was saying, which I think you're going to see after that full moon time, the beginning of the third week, with the Wheel of Fortune there for you, saying it's just like really surrender, really let go. Really let go of these things. There's new things coming in, like big time, fire signs. Like these first couple of weeks of January are really even like a deeper detoxification, and really, like I said, handling, taking care of business. But look for some big changes coming through in the way that you think, the way that you do things, patterns, programs, and just like a big general shedding with that Death card there to open up the space for the Wheel of Fortune to come in, because I'm hearing the universe has lots of blessings they want to bring into you, but you need to like handle what's going on in your world, before the Wheel of Fortune can really start to spin and bring more things into you. And the Eight of Cups there at the end of the third week is saying that I feel like it's going to be a review from this full moon time from the 10th of January. You really might feel that emotional growth, And I feel like you're going to be exploring that aspect of yourself even more, fire signs, and giving yourself a chance to really understand your emotional world. And it makes sense because in Capricorn season, Capricorn's really about like getting your shit together. And I feel like this is in so many different ways for you that's coming through fire signs. Like in your actual like physical world, whatever you do for work, like getting really organized and getting things put together to make sure that you're set up for this 2020 year, but also in your emotional world and really handling the things that come forward for you. This is not about suppressing. This is about bringing things up and out and releasing them so that you can really start this new year off with wide open space, I'm hearing, because the universe has lots of blessings to bring in for you, fire signs, but you have to make the space in order for them to bring it in, right? In order for you to receive. I'm hearing for this, the Hermit card has showed up for you, fire signs, the beginning of the 4th week of January, and this is also the beginning of Aquarius season. Which is a wind sign. So now we've switched from Earth of Capricorn. Capricorn is really like get your shit together. And now we're moving into more dreamy, like air is very flowy, you know? So now here we are in Aquarius season, fire signs. But the beautiful thing about air and fire is that air fuels fire, it feeds it. So this is telling me, the Hermit is saying there's some big realizations that are going to come through for you about yourself and about how you interact with the world. But that 4th week of January might really be a time for you to kind of detach from drama, detach a little bit and spend some time alone so you can really be clear about all the things that you just processed at the end of 2019 that I'm seeing that are going to continue for you into the beginning weeks of 2020 in January. So this move from Earth into, which is interesting, you have like the 8 of Cups, which is so much earth in this card here. You really are coming through a time of trying to understand things that maybe haven't been as available to you in the past. Don't worry, it's not like your fault. That this is just the energy of how things have shifted and how they've gone. And now this is the time for this big opening for you to really understand some things about yourself and about yourself in relationships. And yourself in the world that maybe were not clear, it was not available to you in the past. The energy, the timing, it just wasn't right. But now I'm seeing this big clearing for you, fire signs, that is a time for you to really understand your truth and to align with your truth and to move in truth. And so you might just need like that beginning of the 4th week of January, you might just need a little bit of downtime to yourself to really let all of that stuff resonate and click in, okay? But by the end of that 1st week, or that 4th week of January, the 1st week of Aquarius season, you're going to be back on that horse again, says the Knight of Cups, and really ready to like share yourself, like from this really beautiful, vulnerable place, fire signs. Remember, you're natural leaders, fire signs. You like to really teach or lead by example. And it's just how fire signs are naturally, you know? It's what we kind of gravitate towards. And I feel like you're going to be able to really inspire just by being who you are. Like all of these twists and turns that you've taken that make you feel like, or that may make you feel super sensitive and vulnerable, it's really all in the name of opening you up, because I think that what the Knight of Cups is telling me is that you're going to really move into this space of just by you being you and being vulnerable and available, maybe in ways that you haven't been available before, like being really present with other people, and being present with yourself. I feel like you're going to move forward in this way of compassion and further emotional understanding of yourself that's going to just really be so expansive for you fire signs, okay? So let's take a look at the rewind here. Let's do a recap for you guys. We start this month off fire signs with strength. In like a lion. Really feeling good about yourself, really feeling good about the things that you've created in your reality. Really proud of yourself for 2019 and where you're starting in 2020. And that is what strength is telling me and how you're going to start 2020. And by the end of that first week, we have the Seven of Swords, which is telling me to tell you, fire signs, and I'm also telling myself, because I am a fire sign as well, to take care of your business. Get it handled. Whatever, like, dangling things you have from 2019, this is the time to really take care of that. Make those phone calls, file those papers, documents, whatever you need to take care of, signing things. Also, we're not in a Mercury retrograde right now, so this is a good time to, like, if you have contracts you need to sign or things that you need to take care of, like the first week of January, at the end of the first week of January is your time, because I see things really starting to pile up on you, and there's more things that are coming in the beginning of the second week of January. And then by the end of that second week of January, we have death coming in with a big transition, some big change. And like I said, it could really just be in how you do things. It could be in your emotional world. It could be so many different things that trigger transition or change. But death is telling me this is a big one that's coming at the end of the second week for you fire signs. So, like, this could even be, like, for you single fire signs, this death could be a new relationship coming in, and that kind of death of your single life and moving into a space where you need to be more aware of others. So death is not literal. It's not you're going to die or someone close to you is going to die, but some aspect of yourself or something in your world is going to transition and change. So, but death is saying it's a big one. So look out for that. But it's great because that transmutation that death is offering is opening the space for the Wheel of Fortune to bring some goodness in for you the beginning of the third week of January. And I think that the full moon is also around this death card. So, and it's a full moon in Cancer. It could also be shifting the way you feel about things. I think that there's going to be a review space for that. Like, I think a lot's going to come up for you fire signs that full moon time. So you're going to get an opportunity at the end of the third week of January to explore that more and to go deeper within your emotional world. And you're going to really take some time to yourself the beginning of that fourth week of January. If you've been craving some alone time, if you've been wanting to, like, treat yourself and take yourself to the spa or get a massage, this looks like a great time. You're really supported energetically to do that the end of the third week, beginning of the fourth week, with that Eight of Cups into the Hermit card there for you fire signs. So there's going to be some serious self-care vibes going on the end of the month into Aquarius season. And then I really see you moving forward in this, like, really beautiful, vulnerable way. Says the Knight of Cups, fire signs. This is about keeping your vibes high and about inspiring others just by being you. This is not about doing special things, like, or having that intention to inspire others. It's just about being really vulnerable, being really open to receive, and moving that way through life as this, like, almost like having your heart center just wide open all the time and just really able to receive the moment. Okay? I want to thank you all for joining me. And if you liked this reading and if you would like a one-on-one for yourself at any time, feel free to go check out my website. I provided the link in the comments below this video. I just got some really cool new features to my website. Go check it out. There's a book and pay feature now on every page, so you don't have to contact me personally to book yourself an appointment for either a tarot card reading or a spirit call, and you can pay right there. You can also pay for my guided meditation, my journey to the Akashic Records, a guided meditation for clarity. And I also have some great discount packages up if you buy 3 sessions or more at once. So check those out all on my website. Also, if you liked this reading, I have readings specific to astrological sign videos of those readings over on my Patreon page, which I have also included the link to that down below. So check it out. And I have some really great deals on a monthly spirit call and a monthly tarot card reading with me on my Patreon as well. So there's lots of different ways to get access to one-on-one sessions with me with some really great pricing. I want to thank you guys again for joining me, and happy 2020. We made it. Enjoy your Capricorn season, and I love you guys, and I'll see you next month. Bye.